Alright, hi everyone, my name is Arid and I am a trainer here for EMRAP. I'm going to be presenting on the All of Us research program. So let's begin. So all about the All of Us research program offered at UC Davis Health. This is one of our RA studies. The research program is a part of a broader precision medicine initiative. It is a historic longitudinal effort to gather data from 1 million or more people living in the United States. It aims to accelerate research and improve healthcare, and it takes account of individual differences in lifestyle, socioeconomics, environment, and biology. This program hopes to one day uncover paths towards delivering precision medicine, individualized prevention, treatment, and care for all of us, hence the name. So basically, we're trying to create this huge database to add more diversity in research because, as we know, most research right now is based on straight white men. So we want to include a vast variety of various different people of different ages, sexes, all of that, so that we can have this database for thousands of studies to look at. According to the NIH Director Francis Collins, All of Us is among the most ambitious research efforts that our nation has undertaken. So it really shows how big of a deal this study is and how impactful it can be in the long run. So our mission is just to accelerate health research and medical breakthroughs, enabling individualized prevention, treatment, and care for all of us. So essentially, medicine is not one size fits all, but currently most situations call for a one-size-fits-all treatment, and that's not how it should be. We should have individualized treatment, individualized prevention, and care. So by creating a decade-spanning resource, it allows researchers to conduct thousands of studies on health and diseases. We're basically helping to deliver the largest, richest biomedical data set, broadly available and secure, which is a breakthrough, honestly. So we discussed the purpose, but we can look at some inclusion criteria. I don't know why it's a little wonky. Sorry about that. Inclusion criteria, we're looking for adults only, so ages 18 or older, and they have to be able to provide consent via electronic web-based portal in English or Spanish. For exclusion criteria, they can't be a minor, and they cannot be incarcerated. Other exclusion criteria may include maybe altered mental status, which is someone we wouldn't approach. So always consider your exclusion criteria before you approach an individual. So the enrollment process. Now, this is a process that the patient undergoes. It's not the process the RA takes. So our direct volunteers will sign up using an iPad with an email or cell phone number. Either or is okay. They will be generally consented, and then they will also be consented to share their electronic records and to accept or deny receiving genetic return of results. So consenting, it'll all be done through the online survey that they'll be taking, and we have no part in that. And then after that, they will be prompted to answer 6 health surveys. Again, we're not participating in these surveys or helping them through it. Only 3 are required before completing their research visit. And so upon enrolling, the All of Us team will then reach out to schedule a research visit at one of their 4 facilities. And these facilities are both in Sacramento and Davis, so wherever works best for them. It'll take about 20 to 25 minutes to collect their physical measurements, like hip measurements, waist measurements, and then they'll need a blood or saliva sample and a urine sample. For their efforts, they will receive a $25 gift card, either to Amazon or Target, and these gift cards can be electronic or they can be a physical copy, depending on what they want. And then the participant will be notified of additional surveys, but they are not expected to return for an in-person follow-up. So essentially, what this means is that they have the right to unenroll at any time. If they don't want to fill out another survey, they absolutely don't have to, and they are guaranteed to not have to go in for additional samples. All right, so RA responsibilities. In the past, we've had the ability to have coordinators on site if patients were interested in the ED, so we can guide them through the initial enrollment. They would get their measurements then and there. Since then, however, things have changed. Post-pandemic, we're now using study pages. So Study Pages is a website used by UC Davis Health for lots of clinical studies and trials. It's a place where patients who are interested in studies can go sign up for additional information. And all we have to do as an RA is to share about the program and ask if they want to learn more. We are no longer required to help them enroll or to try to do any surveys with them. If they are interested, you can show them the Study Pages website on our little iPads and have them enter their name, email, and phone number. If they have no email, you can put noemail@gmail.com, but it can't be blank. The same can go for a phone number. If they have a phone number, or if they don't have a phone number, as long as they have an email, they should be good to go. And then once they press submit, our work is done on our end, and they will see a confirmation screen and immediately receive an email stating that the study coordinator will be in contact with them. So we don't have to reach out anymore. To summarize, our goal is quite literally just to help the All of Us team generate leads. We want to ask if patients are interested in learning more about All of Us. So the All of Us team, will be automatically notified via Study Pages when a participant signs up. So I know in the past, the EMRAP RA would have to send an email, leave a voicemail to the All of Us team to let them know someone was interested, but now there's no need for that because all of that is done through Study Pages, so it kind of lessens the load of the RA. And so the All of Us coordinator will contact the interested patient directly within 2 to 3 business days. I know that generally they say they'll contact them the next day. If it's early in the morning, they might even contact them that same day in the afternoon. But we want to say 2 to 3 business days just to give them a little bit of a leeway. So the coordinator will reach out to them, schedule any research visits. And then another key point to note is that Study Pages is also available in Spanish. So not speaking English does not immediately disqualify anyone for this study. So when going over the script, first I would suggest that you all introduce yourselves. So I would say, hi, my name is blank, and I am with the emergency room research department. I was wondering if you had a few moments to talk about the study. So after you introduce yourselves, you jump into the study, kind of explain its purpose, its goal, and all we have to do as an RA is explain the study and hand the brochure and sign them up for Study Pages. So it is beneficial to kind of let them know in advance what they're getting themselves into while you're explaining the study, so you can let them know, like, the initial survey is like 45 minutes, and you have to give a one-time blood and urine sample. The study will last 10 years, and you'll receive surveys during this time, but they're not required or obligated to give anything else. And you can let them know that they'll receive a $25 gift card to Amazon or Target. However, we are not actively taking that 45-minute survey with them. We're not checking in on them. We're not helping them reach out to All of Us, because when they sign up for Study Pages, then they are automatically connecting with the All of Us team. So some final notes on this matter. COVID status, of course, don't approach patients who test negative. If a COVID test hasn't been ordered, then I would recommend you approach a resident who is treating the patient and ask if they plan to order a COVID test. If they are not planning to order the test, then we are able to go into that room. We just have to make sure that we put note of this on the screening sheet so that if anyone has any questions, you just be like, I talked to the resident, no test is ordered, I was able to go in. So always be sure to walk by the patient's room prior to approaching the nurse. Check to see if they're asleep or if the lights are off, because oftentimes, if that's the case, it's rude to interrupt. And then make sure that there's no staff present with the patient. We don't really want to interrupt the patient and their care provider if there's someone in the room. We want them to be able to have their time with their doctor or nurse, and we can just approach them when they're free. So when you approach a nurse, you generally start with a very friendly, polite introduction statement. So I would say, "Hi, my name is blank, and I'm with the research team here in the ED. Are you treating the patient in room?" You could say anything like C07. And then you would go, "I noticed that the patient qualifies for a study we're conducting. Is the patient currently approachable so I can talk to them about it?" So you just want to get the A-OK to enter the room. And then once you get that A-OK, then just be sure to foam in and out and knock before entering. We're going to be taking our iPads with us still, because that is how we're going to be accessing study pages. And this is a bit different from the website that we used prior. So when we're done with the iPad, we just have to be sure that we wipe it down. And while face shields are still highly recommended, they are no longer required. And so that pretty much summarizes our role as an RA in regards to the All of Us study. I do want to let you guys all know that there is a YouTube channel specifically dedicated to the All of Us study. So if you guys are interested in learning more or understanding more background, or maybe seeing how this information and research can be utilized to learn more about different diseases, such as maybe PCOS. I know they have a video on that. You can always go onto their YouTube channel and watch for your own knowledge, and I think it's super amazing that they have so much content readily available to explain. So if you're curious, please feel free to do that, and if there's any questions at all, you can also email the head and senior trainers, and we'll 100% be down to help you with any questions. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy.